Hi everyone, Steve here live at the CFA convention. I'm here with Erin Craven, CEO and founder of Urospot. We were on a panel 2 days ago. it feels like time stands still here. But 2 days ago we were on a panel. We were talking about the importance of branding in franchise development. And Erin, you had some amazing insights. Had to grab you, had to get you to share it with people. So let's talk about it. So when you're trying to create a persona for your company, trying to create a brand, how important is that, and how important is storytelling in that?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's everything. So everything starts with the brand story, and it's about making that emotional connection to your audience. And I would say on the audience side too, yes, always work on your brand story, but also really work on the persona. Who are you talking to? So we're a pelvic health company. We help women and men with strengthening their pelvic floor to help many common challenges that people face as they get older after they've had babies. So our personas are even named. We have Patty pees a lot. And
No way! I didn't know that.
Yes, and Walter wakes a lot. And so, Walter's about 55 and up, and Patty's more 45. But the point is, we know exactly who these people are. We've described them to a T. And so when we're building our brand story that is based totally on insights, on those absolute truths that you feel in your gut, we're talking to Patty or we're talking to Walter. Like, we're really making sure that that's who it resonates with. And I would just say on storytelling, I touched on it there for a second, but spend the time to figure out the insights. Like, what are those truths that maybe nobody's really talking about, but that when your audience hears it will go, they know me, they get me, they understand me, this is a brand for me, right? So in my space, do your giggles turn to dribbles is a line we use all the time because that's one that women can relate to, right? And it's one that they kind of hide behind. So for us, it could be like, do you wear black when you go to the gym? Like black pants because you're afraid you might have a little bladder leak when you're working out. That's a truth that maybe women are like, oh my God, they know me. That's what I do. So those little insights, if we can pull those into our storytelling, then we know we're making that boom, that connection.
I love that. And I love the fact that it's so authentic, right? And it's not like, hey, we're the life change company or anything like that. It's literally those real life micro moments you're honing in on. And I like that you've added a little bit of humor to it. So it's disarming in a way, right?
You picked up on that because that's so important to us too. It's that for our brand anyway, it's the story's about being approachable. Yeah. And we do that through a little bit of humor, right? Not in an insulting way, just a little bit of like, oh, they get me. So do you lose hope when you jump rope?
No way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have lots of them. We have so many of them. They can get a little fun too to create, but more P's than Z's, like if you're waking up at night. So if we call those our oops moments, and that's our whole marketing story is about what are those oops moments you're experiencing, and we want to help you live without those, right? So it is all about a little bit of humor, but the key is to make the brand and through the story approachable. They know me, they get me, they see me.
Well, and when you're talking to people we all know people have short attention spans these days. So if you're talking with someone on social media, it's that one little insight, right? Where it's just it makes you stop and go, huh? Like even just now, like you said, a few things that hit with me, right? So it's so powerful to get down to that granular storytelling level. And I'm hearing you kind of go back and forth too between the consumer side, and you're also hitting the franchise development side all at once, which I think that's really interesting because your story's not different. It's just
the insight is, right? So if I'm talking on a franchise development side, we really are a platform for female entrepreneurs. That's what we're trying to do, is create a place where women can become entrepreneurs. And so when I'm talking the story to that audience, let's say more in a LinkedIn environment, for me, it's more about, are you tired of sitting in meetings where you're being mansplained?
Well, hang on. Let me tell you a bit about how that works.
I know. I love it. I love it. So for us, it's like, hitting on those truths that women might be experiencing in the corporate world or in the healthcare world, where they're like, to a nurse, are you burnt out?
Yeah.
Do you have you ever dreamed of becoming your own boss or betting on yourself? Just hitting on those insights that women, like I'm a corporate dropout, right? I wanted to leave it all behind to work for myself and not have to feel like that anymore. So if I can make that connection on those feelings and those emotions, then we might be able to sell a franchise too.
Well, I've seen your LinkedIn posts, and they're so legit, right? It's I don't feel like it's corporate speak, because it's true insights about the people you're talking to, and I think that's kind of the whole thing you're saying is legitimately and truly understand who you're talking to, and don't tell them what you're trying to tell them. Tell them, in their own language, the thing that's going to resonate with them.
Yeah, I mean, for centuries, storytelling has been around, right? People want to hear a good story. So I'm a big believer that if I can share my authentic, real story on how this came to be, and that I was a woman struggling with these conditions, and I was struggling in the corporate world, felt like my soul had died there and I needed to do something new, people will connect with that. It's the authentic part. And I think the thing with authenticity that can be screwed up on a brand is if it's not, people can sniff out fake a mile away. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So you got to figure out, if you're the founder but you're not a good storyteller, find somebody who is. You need to find that person in your brand or in your company who can make that connection in a real and authentic way, versus, hi, my name is Erin, that's just not going to do it, right? That's not going to do it. That's not rocket science, but I've seen it where it's just like the connection's just not authentic enough. Yeah.
And for those of you watching, Urospot, amazingly fast-growing company. Erin's leadership there has been tremendous. Their franchisees are so successful, and as someone who's had the pleasure of working with you, I can tell you just absolutely one of the best run franchise systems I know. You have so many great processes. They understand the brand. They understand your customer clearly. And the storytelling, I think, just permeates everything you do. So thank you.
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
And thank you for spending the time sharing.
Happy to.
If anyone's interested, look them up online, Urospot, amazing company, and enjoy your convention.